Okay, doing a little more thinking. Yes. I was thinking about electronic music, the origins of such. Like this is Gen X. Hi, Dinky. This is Dinky wants in here. This is Gen X to the '90s kids, the rave culture kids, and so electronic music in our generation, Gen X, kind of, I think for me, started with Gary Newman's Cars in 1979. I had the 45, listened to that sucker over and over and over again. And it was mind blowing. I think on the B side was Our Friends Electric. Our Friends Electric? That might not have been it. Anyway, Gary Newman Cars. But later on, I realized that a more kind of origin point for EDM, or the sound of what EDM is now, is Donna Summer's I Feel Love. And it had that Moog. You know the song? I think Beyonce did a cover using it. Not a cover, but you know, they use it all. They use other stuff all the time. And I was thinking about, like, electronic music to us was like Devo and Kraftwerk. If you don't know Kraftwerk, there was the Krautrock band from Germany who they called themselves Robot Pop. And that album, at least the one that I was introduced to, was Autobahn in 1974. Donna Summer's I Feel Love came out in 77, I think. But if you listen to the Doctor Who theme, see, those of us that grew up in the 70s and 80s watched a lot of reruns of Doctor Who. Doctor Who theme came out in 1963. There was a pop hit called Popcorn, and you'll recognize it if you look it up, from 1969. And these are all electronic songs. But I was thinking about electronic music and where it comes from. There was technically the first pop hit that was completely electronic, I think, was Song of the Second Moon by Kid Belant and Tom Dissevelt. But that was like in 1957. And it didn't make it over here to the States that I knew of, because it was from the Netherlands. But in music classes and stuff, I was introduced to Music of the Spheres, which came out in 1938. So if you want to do a dig, and this is for my homie Scatter, who's doing some stuff probably right this minute. Anyway, yeah. Gary Newman Cars. Donna Summer's I Feel Love. Oh, so here's another thing, that Donna Summer's I Feel Love was written by Giorgio Moroder. Giorgio Moroder was the father of disco. So, 90s kids, you think your EDM is started in the 90s? It did not. It started in the 70s. Giorgio Moroder wrote quite a few electronic and disco albums, but Giorgio Moroder was all over the place. He did Superman 3, he did Never Ending Story with Lamal, which Lamal is a anagram for Hamill. The guy's name is Chris Hamill, the singer, for the Never Ending Story thing song. He was the guy from Kaja Gugu. And so that's a connection to this guy. But he also did, what's the Berlin song from Top Gun? Somebody will know it and tell me. But he did that and, a crap load of other things. Look up Giorgio Moroder, and he was everywhere from 60s to 80s, man. He was all over the place and did all sorts of soundtracks. But, I think he did a Blondie song. Oh, yeah, American Gigolo. Call Me was written by Giorgio Moroder. That also has that Moog in it. Call me. You know. So, anyway. Krautrock. I Feel Love. EDM. Electronic music. Have fun. Looking that stuff up. Giorgio Moroder. Gary Newman Cars. Kraftwerk.